Yeah. Welcome back to the Hair Dry Treatment with me, Casey, and Keyshenn and Kumar. Today we've got a pretty unique video. I guess we are going to talk about the Euros and in specificity England. Of course, as you guys know, the squads are now coming out for the Euros, and England actually released, if I'm not wrong, a 26.
No, a 33-man squad.
33, yeah.
Supposed to release 26 or release 33.
Okay, so it's a 33-man squad, and they're supposed to select only 26, right? Yeah, okay, so 26 men will go to the Euros out of the 33-man provisional squad. And today's video, we're going to discuss who we think should miss out or who will miss out on their chance to shine in the Euros just for this England squad. So if you're an England fan, or if you're going to be catching the Euros that is going to be coming up very soon in 2 weeks, do leave us a like, do leave a subscription as well, and we'll come up with more Euros content as the weeks progress. So, to kick things off, we'll go straight with the squad, and for now you'll see on screen the Euros squad, the 33-man squad, and take a look at all these players. And we're going to choose 7 players that are going to be removed from this team and are going to make the final squad. So, Keyshenn, do you want to let us know who you think are the 7 players that would be?
Oh, okay. So, I mean, we'll first go by positions. So, the starting position will be goalkeepers. We currently have 4 goalkeepers at the moment. We have Dean Henderson from United, Sam Johnstone from West Brom, Jordan Pickford, Kumar's favourite from Everton, and Aaron Ramsdale for Sheffield. So, one of them has to miss out because normally you would tend to bring 3 goalkeepers.
Okay. So, out of these players, who do you think? Out of the 4 goalkeepers, we'll go by position, like you said. So, for the goalkeepers, do you think anyone is going to miss out from
Definitely,
these 4?
one has to miss out.
Okay, so who do you think that's going to be?
Honestly, for me, I feel like either one of Johnstone or Ramsdale will miss out. I think Pickford and Henderson are like shoe-in to be on that plane.
So, Jordan, you're thinking Jordan Pickford is going to miss out?
No. As in Johnstone and Ramsdale, one of them will miss out. Not
okay. So who do
you will miss out, but one of them will miss out. But
so if you were to hazard a guess, who do you think will miss out?
It might be Sam Johnstone though.
Johnstone is going to be the one to miss out in the goalkeeper segment anyway.
I think Ramsdale will somehow make it to the play because he is a decent third choice goalkeeper compared to Sam Johnstone.
I actually disagree there. I think this season has shown that Sam Johnstone is a very, very, very good keeper. I think he's one of the best keepers in the league this season, if not his team, which is West Brom. Obviously, they didn't do very well in the league. But
he got the
individual
most amount of
keepers,
saves.
yeah, I think Sam Johnstone is the stat like it's the most amount of saves in the league, and I think even if you see it from an FPL standpoint, I think he's much better than Ramsdale. Ramsdale has made a lot of individual errors as well this season. At Bournemouth, I think he was a good keeper. I don't think at Sheffield is really sure what he will do.
Yeah, he wasn't a good goalkeeper at the start, but I think like during the last 5-6 games, he actually started picking up form, and he won like couple of man of the match awards for Sheffield. So I can see why there's a short point to be on that lane. The thing is, it doesn't matter who you bring as a third goalkeeper.
Right. I mean, you still would want to bring in the best
experience
possible keeper, right?
Then
so yeah, I mean, in your opinion, I think you said Sam Johnstone is going to miss out. I think for me, Ramsdale is going to miss out. So I think there's no way the other keepers, in my opinion, are the better keepers hands down. Kumar, what do you think? Do you think Ramsdale or Sam Johnstone?
I think Jordan Pickford will miss his flight to.
You had the deciding vote. You shouldn't pick Pickford.
No lah. Okay, jokes aside, I think it's most likely Aaron Ramsdale who's going to miss out. Because Sam Johnstone, I think he kind of like was quite consistent. Even though West Brom was losing, he was like making saves and like he's a good shot stopper, I would say lah. Ramsdale has a lot of error in him. Third choice backup goalkeeper, I think Johnstone will be better. Actually, it's set lah for Southgate. Then he got injured. So now it's between who is going to start, whether Dean Henderson or Pickford.
Okay, so we kind of chose Ramsdale to be the one missing out. I have one more point though. Looking at this England squad, right, they're bringing along a very young squad. So what I think they're trying to do is they're trying to bring like the young players for like tournaments like this, so they actually trying to grow them up, give them experience and stuff. That's why I feel like Ramsdale might make it, but I agree he might be the one missing out. Okay.
So moving on to the defense.
Defenders.
We have a long line of defenders. We know England likes to play with 3 at the back, sometimes 5 at the back. So
okay. The surprising thing is they chose 4 right backs.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 right backs. That is Trippier, Kyle Walker.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go through a list. So yeah. Trent from Liverpool, Ben Chilwell from Chelsea, Connor Cody from Wolves, Ben Godfrey from Everton, Reece James from Chelsea, Harry Maguire from United, Tyrone Mings from Villa, Luke Shaw from United, John Stones from City, Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid, Kyle Walker from City, Ben White from Brighton.
Yeah, very interesting choice. I think Ben White and players like Godfrey and Ben White have been picked due to their performances this season in the Premier League. I think they are the underdogs. I think but they unfortunately are also the ones that are most likely to miss out. I feel players like Connor Cody, Ben White, and Godfrey, and even I just saw another name here. I feel like Tyrone Mings I feel is going to make it. I think those 3. Yeah, no, no, because like you said, they play 3 centre backs. They play 3 at the back usually. So you would imagine players like Tyrone Mings, Harry Maguire, even a John Stones or even a Kyle Walker. Sometimes Kyle Walker might be one of the centre backs. That's why I believe that they have named so many right backs. I feel like Kyle Walker is not really classified as a right back.
He's more like a right centre back.
Right centre back, right of the 3 centre backs. I think he will play there. So I understand why there's so many fullbacks this team. But if you were to talk about players who are going to miss out, I think that we can look at players like Connor Cody, who has not had a good season at Wolves. Ben White, who has individually done well, but like he hasn't played for England. If I'm not wrong, he hasn't played for England. And the last one I believe I said was Ben Godfrey as well. Same reason as Ben White. No experience with
one of the
yet.
right like one of the right backs has to go. You can't bring 4 right backs to the tournament.
Like I said, I don't think Kyle Walker is a right back, so I think it's only 3 right backs. Kieran Trippier,
3 also, you still need to drop 1 because you're gonna leave Trippier. You're gonna have 3 options to play right back.
Yeah, no. So yeah, maybe 1 centre back or maybe 2 centre backs and a right back might shout. Yeah. And I think, my opinion, this is just my opinion purely. I think players like Connor Cody will be out. I don't think Connor Cody is going to go. I don't think if I had to pick between Ben Godfrey and Ben White, I think maybe Godfrey will be out. Okay. I think maybe on the right back, one of the 3 to not go is very unlikely. I don't think any one of these guys will be kicked out.
What?
It would have to be either. It's very hard to see. It's Trippier or Reece James, because Trent will definitely go, I feel, and Reece James just won the Champions League. Yeah. Trippier won the La Liga, and like I said, I don't think Ben White is. I mean, not Ben White. Sorry, Kyle Walker is right back. So it's very hard for me to pick. But I think, you know what? In my own personal opinion, I think Ben Godfrey, Ben White, and Connor Cody won't be going. I feel like the 3 right backs will still go.
Kumar?
Yeah, I also feel that's the. Is Michael Keane selected? No, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then I think most likely like what Casey said, Kyle Walker will probably just play like a centre back. Like if they are going to play like a 3-back, so he'll be playing the right centre back role. Then I feel Connor Cody, Ben Godfrey and Ben White will be on missing, because Kieran Trippier, one good thing about him, he can play on the left back role also. So England got ever play him there before, so there is like that option also.
Okay.
So even though they have Chilwell and Luke Shaw, sometimes you never know, maybe Luke Shaw can be sorted at centre back, the left centre back role. Then Kieran Trippier may go left. Then Trent maybe start on the right. That is all depending on how Gareth Southgate wants to play. But yeah, I agree lah. The three players that Casey mentioned is what I think will be the ones that will be going to be dropped. Because I don't feel like how they are going to drop Trippier because of experience. Then defensively is better than Trent, but Trent offers a very different type of attacking play for them on the right. Like surely opponent, the other countries will not be able to deal with those kind of early crosses, bending in. We got very good attackers in England, and aerial threat also is there. So it's actually an advantage to them. Him, Ward-Prowse, all think these are the players they have to keep lah.
Okay, I have like a surprising shot here. I think the one right back that will miss out is actually Reece James. Because you can't take out three centre back and then you only have what? Tyrone Mings as a cover. Because now Maguire is like half here, half there. Like you don't know if he's going to carry this injury towards the Euros. I mean, you know Southgate doesn't like picking new players. He likes to pick the same players he trusts with and stuff like that and all that. So he's definitely going to bring Maguire. But let's say if Maguire... So let's say Maguire gets injured during the group stages or what, then you throw in Tyrone Mings. You still need a centre back to cover in case another one of them gets injured again. So I feel like one of the centre backs that you guys say might miss out will be on the play. I feel like Ben White and Conor Cody will miss out. And I think Reece James will miss out. That means Ben Godfrey will be the one that will be on the play because he had an exceptional season for centre back.
And he can play all the four positions also.
Yeah, he can play right back, left back, centre back also. So
yeah, you got a point there. Maybe Reece James might be the one to
Reece James might be the one to miss out because I think the whole Trent Alexander-Arnold debacle was it kind of caused an issue with Southgate, with the Liverpool fans, with the England fans and all that. So I think he'll be pressured to bring him in. For Euros, what else? Yeah, Kyle Walker, like you said, will be a right centre back. Trippier, like what Kumar said, can be a left back, right back. So these players have their own traits. They can cover here, cover there, and all that. So I think the ones that are going to miss out will be Ben White, Conor Cody. I think Conor Cody is too old for the squad. And Reece James.
And he didn't perform.
Yeah, I think
it's an easy cut for him.
I think Reece James has time to play for tournaments and stuff like that. So he might be the one missing out.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we move on to the midfielders list? I'll read out the list of midfielders that England are going to bring for UEFA Euros 2020. Okay, starting off with Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund, Jordan Henderson from Liverpool, Jesse Lingard, Keyshen's favorite player in the whole wide world, from West Ham United, on loan from Manchester United, but there are talks of him making the move permanent. Mason Mount from Chelsea just became a Champions League winner. Calvin Phillips from Leeds United, very good season for him. Declan Rice also might be on the move from West Ham, and James Ward-Prowse from Southampton. So not a lot of centre midfielders, but I think we've established that fact that they're not going to really push a lot of players into that centre midfield role. It's going to be a lot of defenders, and that's why understandably there are so many defenders. And barely 7, 8 midfielders that they're bringing, central midfielders. So anyone, do you think, Kumar, we'll go with you first. Who do you think is going to miss out from the midfielders list of English players to go to Euros this season? One player.
I think most likely I'm thinking it's going to be Calvin Phillips because he has the least experience in international level. And he was out for most of Leeds season actually. So it was like getting injured and coming back, getting injured and coming back. So that is not going to be very helpful for England. So I think from the midfield, I feel that he's the one player that's going to miss out. The other midfielders, all I feel that it's either it's going to be him. There is a chance that Jude Bellingham might miss out because of his age. Yeah, I think he's just too young to make the step up now. Maybe he can go for the under 21 Euro Championship or something like that first as a starter, then slowly, make his way up. So these are the two players I think that will miss out from midfield.
In my opinion, right, I think none of them will miss out. I think all 7 will go. Because Declan Rice is your first choice centre defensive mid. I think you need another cover, and that's Calvin Phillips. Even though he's injury prone and stuff, you still need him to, in case anything happens to Declan Rice. Because I don't see anyone else who can play centre defensive mid. Henderson is a number 8 for me. Ward-Prowse is a number 8 as well. So
I think Southgate can would use
Henderson can play that role also lah.
Yeah, exactly.
he's
That's what's
better number 8.
I guess yes, but based on England's last couple of international friendlies and stuff, and the way they play and the squad they're bringing, I feel like he would want the experience of Henderson in that central holding role, not even a defensive midfielder role, but in that holding role in midfield. Then you have that flourishing attack up front. I think with Declan Rice, I think the 3 players in that category with Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, and Jordan Henderson. I think either 1 or 2 of them will play, especially against the bigger teams like France or Portugal or all the front runners. England will play a more conservative game, and I think in those games we might get to see even two defensive midfielders playing with a forward 3 that which we'll discuss in a bit. So I think for me, someone who might possibly miss out from this end, I don't think you all will agree with me, but I think it would be James Ward-Prowse. Because
maybe.
I feel that James Ward-Prowse is individually a very solid player, individually a very talented player, but he has had barely any time with the England squad. He has been called up. He has played for England, I believe, but he hasn't, I think, bedded in with the squad yet. I think that, you can make that argument for Jude Bellingham as well, but I think Jude Bellingham has much more individual talent, and he's one of those wild cards that could just make these Euros his playground and boost his value
like how
100 million.
2004.
Yeah. So Jude Bellingham is one to watch. I think he'll definitely go. I think he's one of the youngsters that Southgate will want to bring. But out of all these players, I think Calvin Phillips has to stay. Like Keyshenn said, I think he, despite the injuries and all, is a very good defensive midfielder. I think he needs cover for Declan Rice in case there's an injury to him. So I think most likely to lose out in this case, James Ward-Prowse. We don't even have to talk about Mason Mount because we know that that Southgate is in love with Mason Mount. So, and he is a solid player, so he's definitely going to.
But it will be actually a kind of like a loss for, not say loss lah. It's kind of like a mistake if they actually drop Ward-Prowse, because not many countries have such people who can take good set pieces like corners and free kick.
Yeah,
so if you want to change a game, in the 75th minute, you bring him in, you get a free kick or a corner, he's definitely going to hit the target. We all know what Ward-Prowse can offer. He's something unique that other countries don't actually have. That is his free kick quality and his corner, the delivery lah. So that's something Southgate has to think about. That's why I was thinking like, if they drop him, it's just going to be a kind of like a loss for them because they don't have something special in their locker.
Yeah, that's why when you guys actually brought a lot of valid points. That's why I feel like none of them will miss out. I think the ones that's going to miss out will be an attacker switch. We're going to go next.
Yeah.
Hey, Kumar, do you have a list? Do you have the list with you?
No, I don't have.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
I'll read out the attackers list. So the attackers is pretty stacked as well. So you've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin from Everton, Phil Foden from Man City, Jack Grealish from Villa, Mason Greenwood from United, Harry Kane from Spurs, Rashford from United, Bukayo Saka from Arsenal, Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund, Raheem Sterling from Man City, and Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa. We have 10 attackers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like the three that, because we only have 3 more players to pick, there's going to be left out, and I feel like the 3 is going to come up here.
Definitely, the larger number of players are going to be X from the forwards because, like you said, there are 10 forwards, and since England likes to play 3 at the back or sometimes 5 at the back, we only have space for like three forwards, 3 attacking players at most, 4 on the pitch for England. So 10 players is an overkill, and I think that some of these players will definitely be X. And just to kick things off, I think I'll go with my.
Okay, let's start with strikers first because they have 4 strikers.
Yeah, I'm just going to classify these players as forwards in general because I feel like these players can play anywhere along the front line. Almost all of them can play anywhere along the front line. So I'm going to go with players that will lose out from the forwards category for England would be, I think, first off, Bukayo Saka. Very, very talented player. I like him a lot. He's done a lot for Arsenal, but I don't think this is his time yet. He's still very young. He's in the Reece James category where I think he will have a chance to play for the under-21s first, and then slowly maybe in the next 2 years or maybe in the next World Cup even, maybe making the cut if he can do something next season that is mind-blowing. So I think Bukayo Saka will miss out for me. I feel like Ollie Watkins, despite having a very, very good season, first Premier League season, I think that there are two forwards who are in the same mold as him, Calvert-Lewin and Harry Kane. Very, very similar strikers. And I feel like he's third ranked among them. So obviously he's not going to leave out Harry Kane. Harry Kane is the main number 9. Calvert-Lewin has shown that this season he can be a very good stopgap if Harry Kane is to lose out to injury or any other possible reason. So I feel like Ollie Watkins is going to be eliminated from this list as well. And the final player I think that is going to get released from this lineup of players, I feel, is Jack Grealish. I think, despite my opinion against it, I feel like Jack Grealish should 100% go to the Euros because he's a player that can like create and win games on his own. He's one of those players. And I think, however, Southgate, the moron, doesn't really see him as anything. For some reason, he finds it difficult to pick him even in the international friendlies along the season. And I think there's some favoritism there that I think he doesn't like Grealish or whatever his reason is. I think based on that, I think Grealish might possibly miss out, although I want him to be selected. But I think these three players will be eliminated from the forwards list, in my opinion.
Okay, I agree with your first two options, Watkins and Saka. I see them both missing out. But for me, I feel like the one that's definitely going to miss out is actually Raheem Sterling. He had such a bad,
very unlikely.
It's unlikely, but he had a bad season. And honestly, like, you're definitely going to carry the form you had from the season towards the summer tournaments. So if you have like the likes of, like, honestly, my personal preference, I want Rashford to miss out because I feel like he deserved that break, that 1-2 months break, because he has been injured since last season as well. Like, he has a back injury, a knee injury, and a shoulder injury. And I would definitely want him to miss out, but I think he is like the starting left wing for England at the moment. And that's why I see Sterling missing out. I think Jack Grealish will be a surprise for this tournament as well.
I don't think Sterling has had a very bad tournament. I think
No. He had a bad tournament. No, actually, he had a bad season.
No. I mean, I get what you mean, but judging off his stats, I think we overrate Sterling sometimes too much. But I don't think he has had a bad overall season, not just Premier League season. I'm talking about overall season. He has had 49 appearances and 14 goals and 12 assists. I don't think that's bad for maybe for his talent. He should be doing much more. He has done
for the City side as well.
Yeah.
He's scoring goals here, left, right, center. Like he has actually missed a number of chances as well.
Yeah, but definitely. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I get what you mean, but I don't. For me, I think Southgate is like he's the type of manager who goes off favoritism. Yeah. I think Sterling is one of his favorites. Sterling
and he has too much of pace in the team offering for the team. I don't think it will drop him also. Even if his finishing is bad, I think his pace wise, definitely you need him.
Even bringing him off the bench to stretch defenses later on, that might be he's a good option on that standpoint, even if he doesn't start.
But I think form wise and down to merits, I feel like really should go over Sterling. But I can see where you're all coming from with Sterling will be on that place. It's because of experience and favoritism. But I mean, coming from the back of the season just ended, I don't think Sterling deserves to go. And I think currently City are looking to sell him as well.
Rumors.
Yeah, rumors. City are looking to sell him. Like they want to move him on. So
Pep likes to do this. He doesn't keep a player for some of his star players for too long also. Yeah, he does that.
That might impact his his morale, all that.
Right.
So
you think Sterling, Ollie Watkins, and Saka will miss out? How about you, Kumar? Who do you think is going to miss out from the forwards?
I think No, I also agree. It's the first two will be definitely Saka and Ollie Watkins. But the third player that I think, my opinion, that should miss out is Calvert-Lewin actually. Why is because I think that we all know a focal point for forward is definitely going to be Kane. Calvert-Lewin is also going to offer the same kind of impact like Kane, but definitely Kane offers a bit more because he likes to drop, he likes to bring the defense out of their half, and he has that kind of play in him. Calvert-Lewin doesn't do that. Aerially, both of them have the same quality, and I feel that Calvert-Lewin's form has dropped the last 10 to 15 games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And I also realized that Foden suddenly is coming up in terms of form, and he has actually played that centre forward role also, like a false nine.
He's a false
Southgate might look into playing that kind of formation for England also.
Keep
So
on.
there's a chance that Rashford, Foden, Sancho might start games, some of the games, and maybe other games, maybe Kane will come in. So I don't see a need for them to have two centre forward who plays almost similarly. Yeah, that's what I feel. That's why I think that Calvert-Lewin has a chance to miss out, but it's still down to Southgate in the end.
But if you see if Kane loses out, freak injury at the beginning of Euros or something like, or he's not kicking on or he's not performing, then if you take out like a player like Calvert-Lewin, there's no one else who can fill in the number 9.
I believe Rashford can play a striker role.
Please, trust me, coming from two United fans here.
That's the thing. Y'all are thinking from a United perspective, but in England, when it comes to national level, some players they have this mindset that they will actually think differently. They have a better communication in their own camp. They know how their players make the movement, what I must do, what qualities my other teammate have. So national level, sometimes the players, when they are played in a different position, they actually tend to have a change in their mindset. So
I agree with that point, but honestly, like what Keyshenn was saying, Rashford is a creator, he's not a finisher. He can never finish.
His finishing has been horrendous this season.
When it comes to finishing,
we are only talking about this if Kane goes out injured and stuff. That is the point. So like I said, that's why I'm saying that it's my opinion that I feel that Calvert-Lewin should be dropped because of his form. Even when I think about it in major competitions against the likes of maybe Italy, Germany, these kind of teams all who have even more like physical players, sometimes you definitely need to change up your forward line, maybe put in more pacey people in front. Like Grealish, Foden, all. I don't know, Southgate just has to work his way with what he has in front instead of just having, I don't know, I just feel that two centre forwards doesn't seem to be okay with me.
So
Grealish shouldn't miss out. Grealish definitely shouldn't miss out, because if he misses out, then something is wrong with Southgate. I'll probably fly over there and give him one slap and come back.
I mean, we have all established that he doesn't like Grealish, so I don't know why, but yeah.
So I think we have kind of picked our 7 that's going to miss out already.
Yeah, so those are our players that we feel are going to miss out in this coming 2 weeks' time, Euros competition for England. Let us know who do you think is going to miss out for England. Are you an England fan? Who do you wish that we've mentioned, out of the names that we mentioned, who are going to miss out? Who do you think out of those people should definitely be going? Let us know. And we're going to go into 2 weeks of new content. Premier League, of course, is over. All the whole season 2021 is over. So we're going to look to
Premier League review video will come out next week.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we'll still cover the Premier League, like the overall finishing wrap-up video for that. But because the season is over, I think we're going to transition more into the Euros. We'll talk more about the Euros till the July period, and then once we hit the end of the Euros competition, we're going to look to do some
transfer season.
Yeah, we're going to be very exciting to see. Of course, you can see Liverpool Sea's backdrop. They've already got their first signing, under 21 star Konate from Red Bull Leipzig. So we hope we don't have to see this guy from a United perspective ever again. But guess what? He's going to play, I think, for his 11th season, in a 12th season coming next season, if he still remains at United. So yeah, a lot of content coming up.
The legend.
Yeah, sure. A lot of new content coming up. So just stay tuned to that. We'll try to diversify it as soon as we can.
Yeah.
But this has been the Head Achievement with our England draft sort of rejection team video. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And we'll
Yeah,
see
very
you in the
important.
next.
Share the damn video.
So like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you with the next.